Hello, in this video I'm going to show you some of the personalization that's possible within QuickBooks Online when it comes to sales invoices and communicating with customers and suppliers. So to get to this, here we are on the dashboard. If you click on the cog at the top right, the settings button, and then click on custom form styles, that'll take you through to the menu page where there would be perhaps 2, 3, 4 different styles that you may have set up depending on if you've got different types of customers or suppliers, etc. But here there's just a standard master form. So what we're going to do is just click on this one. And then just work our way through the tabs at the top slowly, just showing you the kind of personality that we can bring to some of these communications and invoices, etc. So the first tab's the design tab, and the first menu within that is the change up the template. So what we could do here is we could choose from 5 different options that QuickBooks have already prepared for us, just to make our invoices a little bit more in line with our business brand. So there's classic here, modern, fresh, bold and friendly. So you see a touch of a button, you could dramatically change the way that your invoices look and appeal to a different type of client each time if you wanted to. So just moving down slowly then, we could edit the logo that's on our company invoices. So here I've already uploaded a demo company logo, but if we rebranded, that's where we would drag and drop our latest logo. We can make it small, medium, large. We can do left, center alignment and right alignment, or we just don't have to show it at all if we don't want to. One thing that QuickBooks does is it actually looks at the colours on your logo and it tries to brand up the invoice and match it from the same design eye. So if you don't like that type of way that QuickBooks deals with it, we could actually move on to try other colours, and we can change the colours that are actually on the invoice. So if we wanted actually everything to be purple or blue or yellow, anything like that, then we can go against the grain and just move away from the branding that that QuickBooks has picked up on with our company logo. The next option then is select a different font. So one of the easiest ways to look different or to brand up properly is to choose a different font. So if you preferred Times New Roman, Helvetica, Courier, Arial, and the size of the font as well. And then edit print settings. So that's more to do with if you're still running paper systems. So where the invoice starts and stops on the piece of paper. But most businesses that use QuickBooks Online, they tend to move away from paper. So we'll not focus too much on that. The next tab across the top then is content. And what this does is allows us to drill down into the actual invoice and start editing specific things. So for example, this first part here, if I just click on the little pencil mark, it allows me to bring in extra bits of information. So it's picked up our phone number when we set up the account, but if actually on the invoice I want it to show like this, then that's how we could do that. And we could save it then. A few other bits and pieces that we can add in, company numbers, addresses, websites, things like that. So very customizable. That's one thing that QuickBooks Online does really well, is allows you to customize the invoice part of it and the communications to customers. So moving on to the third tab then, the email section. So this is where we get in touch with our customers, our suppliers, things like that. And we can choose from the various different emails that we've got. So here at the minute there's invoice, estimate and sales receipt. So whenever we send an invoice out, there's a specific wording that we can set up for that. Similarly with estimates, and similarly when we see money coming in from customers, we can say thanks for the money, thanks for the cash, we've received payment, etc. That kind of thing. So if we just leave that on invoice, customize the subject header, customize the way that we refer to our customers. So if we're on first name terms, typically we can just say look at our customer record, bring in their name that way. And then also we can choose the wording on here and add footers and things like that to the email. You'll notice there's also a reminder email down here. So there's a slightly different set of wording for when we're getting in touch with customers and saying, you know what, your invoice has become late. Are you aware of that? We need some payment as soon as possible, kind of thing. So that's the emails part of it. And then finally, the fourth tab, the payments tab, is how we want to add payment buttons onto our invoices or our emails. So if we work with Go Cardless, for example, like down here, we can add a button on that, and we can say, actually, you know what, if you set up a direct debit with us, we'll just take the money out when it becomes due. You don't need to worry too much about that. Similarly with online payment providers, so PayPal, WorldPay, that sort of thing, we can have a button on there that says pay now via PayPal or pay now via Visa or MasterCard. And it just makes it easier for your customers to try and pay you as soon as possible. So the more we do that, the more likely you're going to get paid quicker, and it just allows much easier cash flow process in your business. So that's the basic customization of the master template. So I hope that's helped, guys. Thanks for watching.